Was there a moment you thought was a turning point in this process?
When they called at 3:30 and William said, "Do you want to make a deal?" That was the turning point, I would say.
Is that how it went? He called. You spoke to him at 3:30?
Yeah, he and Lewis called at about 3:30, and at that point, once he had said what he did, and then I spoke to Lewis for a bit, I kind of knew we were on the right track, but right down to the wire.
You guys in the conference room then at the hotel then?
We were in my room at the hotel. I'm sick of that room at the St. Paul Hotel.
Just for clarity, at 3:30 this time, so
Correct. Yeah, I'm.
Half an hour from the.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay.
Maybe it was 3:15. I could. I don't have my phone on me. I could check.
Within the hour.
But yes, within the hour. And we had our process, and we've got a great staff with Brandon and Lawrence and Brendan along for this trip as well, and always there to help guide things. So it wasn't really an emotional experience. I think at the end it becomes a little bit frantic when you go right down to the deadline at the very end, and you're trying to just make sure everything gets in, and you know, the worst case scenario would have been a technical glitch that prevented this and going past the 5 o'clock deadline, but no real emotion, just stuck to our process and worked together with Louis Gross and William to complete it just under the wire.
Yeah. What did you
Was there a point at which you thought it wasn't going to happen?
It's tough to say. I think we always try to remain optimistic, Damien, and you know, have faith that our offers were fair and that they were coming from a good place as well, and that in the end, him missing a full season and having it go across 5 o'clock today wouldn't have been good for anybody, not for the team, not for William. And so you always kind of maintain that faith as it gets closer to the deadline. You start to maybe doubt it a little bit, but in the end, we're happy that it ended with him signing for sure.
Were you prepared for that reality if it came to it?
I think so, yeah. I mean, you have to, anytime you get into something like this, especially when you come into the last day, you think it might be reality. We have, you know, is my duty to the organization and our group and our management group's duty to ensure that we're putting the organization in the best possible spot moving forward with all of our economics and all of our players. And so we have to do what's right for that. And part of that may be situations like this one. And we hope to always avoid them, of course, but it's a realistic scenario, as we just saw.
how many different offers were there? How many back and forths?
Lots, Kevin. I haven't counted them up. It was get the deal done, get everything in, get showered, and head over here for the game. So I'll let you know when we do the official count.
What did you like about the deal? Like, why wasn't it, you know, a reasonable deal, a fair deal in your mind?
I just think that in the end we found a way that, you know, we have a cap situation this year which afford us the ability to structure it the way that we did and be able to compromise with William on what they wanted, and also for us in the out years being at a number as we plan with our team for us to become a consistent team that's in the hunt and contending year in and year out, that we could certainly fit that in and have them be a part of this for a long time, especially with the others on the horizon. So that was the way that we approached it, and we didn't really stray from that.
Where did the years 2 through 6, the 6.9, 6.9, did that vary much from your original offer, or whenever that might be?
Well, I think all offers vary in negotiations from, well, I'm not going to get into the where our offer started and where theirs started, but essentially we worked together to get to that point, and we're happy with it, and I know William will be well worth that, so we're excited.
What's your sense right now? Is there one of relief, of satisfaction? What do you feel like?
I'm happy for our team, and I'm happy for William. You know, I wish that we were able to get this done before training camp and he was able to be a part of this. I think the team's record right now is a testament to the coaching staff and to the players on the group especially, that they haven't really allowed this to become a distraction, even though, I totally understand that the questions about it have picked up of late. They've continued to stay focused. They've had a great start to the season, and I've learned a lot about the coaches and the players and their ability to do so. So I'm very thankful for them that they were able to perform the way that they had, and I'm excited now to add William to the group because it'll only make us better.
You're on the record as saying that you're going to keep the core together, you're going to do whatever it takes. How does it look right now with this contract about the rest of the guys?
I know people were ready to jam that one down my throat, but we'll stick with it, and that's our goal. We want this group to be together as long as we can possibly keep it together, and we hope that all these guys can be career Leafs, especially this young core group of players that we have. It's obviously a very exciting group, and one that's excited our fans and our city, and that's our goal, is to keep it together as long as it can roll.
There was a thought that if this ever came to a trade, not saying we would have got back from your end, a young defenseman might have been coming back. Is that an area that we still need to improve here?
when that stuff, I mean that's a natural thing in hockey, especially when a player isn't there. People hear rumblings that his contract may be problematic, and I think that we were never constrained. That was never our ambition. It was always, and I think other GMs in the league can verify it. We prefaced everything saying our ambition is to sign this player long term, and that's what we're working towards. In discussions, we had lots of players that come up, not just defense, but anywhere we can improve the team, we will.
Why did it end up being, sorry, David.
I was just going to say, this December 1st deadline is a bit different, as you know, in recent years.
Sure.
Does this process change your idea of how you're going to deal with Marner, Matthews, and others going forward, that maybe your timeline has to be a bit different?
Sure. I mean, we've had discussions with both of their camps already. The way that I had come into this, I know Lou had spoke with Lewis last year. I don't know the exact specifics of it, but we've had discussions with Judd Moldaver and Darren Ferris, and we'll continue to do that. Obviously, we want to avoid a situation where not all of our players are here at training camp. So this is the furthest one of these has ever gone, to within 5 minutes of the deadline. So
We're making history.
yeah, not in the way we'd like to, but we hope to on the ice in time. But you know, we'll continue to work with those guys, and this is not we're happy to have a solution. It's not the preferred timing of the solution.
When do you expect William to play?
I mean, we've got to go through the same protocol you'd go through coming in from training camp. So I would say patience with that. He's got to go through his medical testing. We still have to, though I think everyone wants to get back in and get playing right away, we have to still play the long game with it. It's a 6-year contract, and we don't want to rush to get him in on Tuesday or potentially Thursday and then have that forego his health and well-being. So we'll get all that taken care of, and then we'll hope in the next week or so we'll be back in action.
Does Mike know that yet?
What's that?
Does Mike know that?
I broke it to Mike, so we're good.
The contract's a bit different because the cap hit's so big in the first year.
Sure.
Because of the timing. Does that impact your ability to do other things this season if you want to strengthen your club before the deadline?
No, I think the way that our salary cap is structured is for this season is, you know, we obviously we're saving space for William. That's accrued over daily since the start of the season, and we've got some space set aside for our bonuses that may be due, but we'll still be able to potentially add to the group, and if we can strengthen the group, we will.